Let's in fact continue our crisscrossing. Let's go back to one of our earlier stories. News reporter Nozintombi Miya is in Vleurhof in Roodepoort, Johannesburg. Nozintombi, early on we were speaking to you and there was some commotion, some questions about ballot boxes that had appeared without a police escort. Talk us through what's the IC's response been since it's been flagged, but also what's happening on your end as we're speaking.
Yeah, absolutely, Liesl. You know what we've had to do? Logistically, we've had to move from where we were. We literally were at the Vleurhof primary school. But because the network was so poor in that area, it literally caused a connection in the break. But before we actually cut, what had happened was that there were 3 ballot boxes that were delivered by an unmarked car, and nobody knows what happened and who delivered those 3 ballot boxes. So what happens is that when ballot boxes are delivered to a voting district or to a voting station, they need to have a police escort. And those 3 ballot boxes did not have a police escort. So the observers that were there, as well as the different party representatives that were there, had flagged it and asked the police that were at that particular voting station to stop their entrance. And now the big issue, or what the implication is now, with 3 ballot boxes that represent not only the national, provincial and regional ballot boxes, it now raises the issue of potential fraud, potential ballot tampering, potential vote rigging. So now those 3 boxes that you'd seen had now been left there, and they'd been left there since about 7:30 when it was discovered. And when I spoke to the manager at that voting station, she'd said that they were waiting for police to come and do a mini investigation and to collect those ballot boxes to then be disposed or to be sent to a different place. So now there's 2 possibilities of what it was that had happened. A, it really was a case of potential fraud or some sort of disruption happening, or either, from what we were told by the person who's managing that voting station, that they requested more ballots and the ballots came after the time when they needed it. And unfortunately, those ballots had come without a proper escort. So it does seem to be a little bit dicey, and IEC needs to do a proper, thorough investigation to find out why 3 ballot boxes that contained almost over 1,000 ballots in there were delivered to that place unmarked, without an escort, and they have been literally parked outside that school, the Vleurhof primary school, from about 7:30. And we know that Vleurhof is one of the areas, Roodepoort is one of the areas in and around Gauteng and several parts of the country that have dealt with huge numbers of voters coming in towards the afternoon, towards the later afternoon, and we're seeing queues and queues and queues. Now, I'm going to try and ask my camera colleague, Herbert Mamela, to try and do a pan again. We do apologize if there is a break in interruption. Network is a problem. It is continuous a problem. But I do want Herbert to do a pan for you, Liesl, and show you what we're seeing now. I mean, at the time that we have right now, Liesl, I just want to get a clear idea of what the time is. The time right now is literally 11 o'clock, and you're literally starting to see the queue of people moving very slowly. You literally can see on the faces of the people the frustration. It is such an important day. We know that the voting stations had closed at 9 o'clock, but people here are still trying to make sure that their vote has been counted. I'm just going to try and quickly speak to some of the people here. Hi, how are you, sir?
I'm good, and now you?
What time did you get here?
7 o'clock.
How long have you been waiting? 11 o'clock?
7 o'clock afternoon.
And why did you get here at 7?
I was at work. Then I went home, then I came back to vote. I thought the line was going to be short, but then I came here, it was a disaster.
So you've been waiting for 4 hours?
For 4 hours I've been here.
And what did they say? Did they say that they're going to let you vote, or what?
They have to, because I won't go back. So I'm here to cast my vote.
Has anybody explained what the process?
No one.
Nobody. If you don't get a chance to vote, what is the next step then?
I don't know. We'll wait and see.
You said you came from work. It is absolutely important for you to cast your vote. Why did you decide that it was so important for you to cast your vote today?
To change, because there's nothing happening that is consistent in our country. So my vote, I believe it will make a difference in the country, especially for our kids. So the future of our country, so especially education and jobs for the youth. So I believe everyone here who needs to make a difference, let's give another party a chance. Let's see what they bring on table.
But you're determined to cast your vote regardless of the time that it's gone.
Definitely, I will do so.
All right, thank you so much. We're going to try and speak to a little bit more people. There's a guy that's waving over to us. Hi, my guy. How are you? How long have you been here?
Good, how are you?
How long have you been here?
I've been here from 7 a.m.
From 7 a.m.
in the morning.
Why?
Yeah?
Why?
I've been waiting for vote.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. We're going to leave it there. There is also somebody else, Liesel, that has cast her vote. This lady who's been patiently waiting for me. Thank you so much for patiently waiting for me. You actually managed to cast your vote. Just tell me a little bit about what time did you get here?
Okay, I'm from the night shift, fine. I'm a police officer, so I came and there was a long queue. So the only reason why it was easy for me to cast my vote on time, I didn't stand the queue, is because I'm a police officer and I had to explain that I'm from night shift and I'm still going back to the night shift. So I casted my vote with peaceful way. But on my way out, I was not happy because it was very late and the queue was still long. And then there were people, they were told not to get inside, they're closing the gate because of the certain time. I'm like, why are you closing the gate? Because people are here to vote.
And we know that the IEC literally said that so long as people are on the voting grounds, that they will be allowed to cast their vote and nobody can be turned back.
I didn't know. I had to go back to my phone and Google what time is vote, what time is the finished vote, because people are standing and people want to cast their vote, and then we from different places. People are coming from work. Today is a holiday. People are getting double money for the holiday. Now you've been told you're not supposed to vote because you're from work and you came at a certain time. I felt it was so wrong. You're depriving someone rights, because I was so happy because it was 1994, everyone came in numbers to come and vote, and now people have been stopped that no, you cannot vote because you came late. What the hell is that?
Absolutely, and an absolutely emotional day. Just tell me, why was it so important for you to make sure that you cast your vote today?
Yeah, it's so important for me to cast my vote because I must have a say. I must save my country. It's very, very important because what is happening is not cool. Yeah. So for me, I wish we can have at least a coalition government whereby everyone would have a say. And most important thing that I will say, and I'll say it again and again, I'm not happy about our government because it's all people. They are tired. They need to go to pension.
All right. Thank you very much for that extremely animated interview. But some takeaway points, very important. She reiterates the sentiment by the gentleman that we just spoke to about how a lot of the people that are here that came in later are people that actually worked during the course of the day, and they decided that they wanted to exercise their democratic right and cast their vote for their particular party that they choose, and that they felt that they should not be impeded from voting just because they had gone to work and they'd come maybe a little bit later or they'd come after 8. Another takeaway point, we know that at this point here, she says that the gates had been closed at 9 o'clock and some people were not allowed to go into the voting station. And we know that about 2 hours ago, the IEC had said that people would not be turned away from the different voting stations so long as they physically were still within the voting station. So very, very important questions that the IEC need to still investigate and provide clarity on what that situation is. And again, thank you giving us her comment. She's very excited. The sentiments of people saying that it feels like it was 1994 again for them to cast their vote, but slightly marring those sentiments of excitement, those issues of logistics. Where are the ballot boxes that were unescorted coming from, and why were some of the gates closed, and some of the people who had come to come in and vote not allowed to come into the voting stations to cast their votes. Very important questions that the IEC need to answer. Lisa.
Nozintombi Miya, Herbert as well. Thank you very much for that succinct update.